Raise your hand if you worked on a political campaign of any type. Okay, perfect. Raise your hand if you've worked on a losing campaign. Yeah, see? Yeah. And then raise your hand if you worked on a winning one. Yeah. I worked on both winning and losing, so I think like it's tough when you lose. But anyway, there was a levy election, it happened, and it failed. People were upset. I was at a pub with my superintendent and a few other district leaders, and they were crying and stuff. It was upsetting. But with the levy lost, and after that, me and my friends who are here today, we're missing one person. We orchestrated a walkout. Our goal was to walk out in solidarity with our teachers, with our staff, with our electives, with our schedule, with everything, but also to protest the vote because we were unhappy. And we got 500 students who attend that walkout. After that, a lot of those students went back home and they said, "Hey mom," or "Hey dad, I know that you said that you voted no on the levy last time because your taxes would go up, but I think maybe you should vote yes this time." And a lot of them did. And we went out into the community and we knocked on a whole bunch of doors and we got all these seniors in senior living homes and seniors in high school. We got them registered to vote. Between those two special elections, we got over, I think it was like 1,900 people registered to vote in Coeur County. So that was really cool. And the one thing I'd say is that there was a lot of people, there were some people who definitely did not vote for us that we got registered. But I would say majority of the people we did get registered, they did vote for us. And that ultimately allowed us to pass the levy. After a few times of working on these political campaigns, I realized a few things. And it's kind of like three tenets. First, you have to convince people that the election is important. That's a big one. How do you convince students and youth that an election is important, especially like a commissioner election? Who cares about a commissioner? I'm gonna leave the community in a year. Why should I vote for why should I vote in a community that won't support me? And that was a big thing we had to jump over, How do we get seniors in high school to actually vote in a levy election, which they feel like the voters have already failed them? How do we get those seniors actually involved? Second, you have to demonstrate to the youth that their vote has a significant impact in that election. That was one thing we did really well. We showed people in our community, in Coeur County, we showed them mayoral elections, we showed them local elections, we showed them city council, mayor, stuff like that. And we said, hey, if 400 students would have voted in this election, we would have had a different candidate. And you could have done that in this levy election. You need to demonstrate to the youth that their vote has a significant impact. And third, you can't just tell people who to vote for. You have to tell them to get out and vote. That was a big thing. The first time the Yes CDA Schools people ran, they would tell people, just vote yes. A lot of people didn't know when to vote. They didn't know how to vote. They didn't know, where their spot was to vote. There was a lot of people who had just moved from California. Coeur d'Alene is a resort town, as many of you know, and so you get a lot of retirees. They come in and they don't know how to get registered or how to get involved. So you have to tell people to get out and vote, not just who to vote.